Please sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Prananda, Christo Gadi. Good afternoon, welcome to Cardiff, to the Utilita Arena, and to our 2024 graduation ceremony. I'm Baroness Jenny Randerson, and I am the Chancellor of Cardiff University. And it's a real privilege to be here today to celebrate this momentous occasion with you. May I offer a warm welcome to family, friends and supporters, and of course to you, the class of 2024. Today, we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of students in two of our schools, the School of Geography and Planning and the School of History, Archaeology and Religion. Acquiring a university education is no mean feat. So I congratulate you not only for securing a place at Cardiff University in the first place, but also for the dedication and commitment you've demonstrated to get you where you are today. And most of you will have started your studies when students and staff were still battling with the impact of COVID on our daily lives. So you deserve even greater praise for your success. Congratulations to you all. Longabakia ihigid. While you've been with us, you will have grown in a myriad of ways, and you will have had a profound impact on us too. Many students in the School of Geography and Planning will have visited places such as Liverpool, Amsterdam and Paris in field trips, which brought your studies to life and challenged your thinking on how places develop and how to travel sustainably. Your school celebrated your wonderful dissertation projects in a showcase of posters and videos, and you engaged in a range of events like the Summer Ball, the Photography Challenge, and the film premiere celebrating the meteoric rise up the league of the Llanmere Rovers football team. Students in the School of History, Archaeology and Religion have explored the issues that impact on the world today. Your time with us has shaped you to act as spokespeople and independent thinkers as we grapple both with the world as it is and the world as it should be. Your school is proudly rooted in its local community, and some of you may have joined excavations at the award-winning Kaya Heritage Project. Others will have developed their Welsh skills or studied abroad. Thank you to all for enriching your school community. While you've been here, all of you have been taught by world-leading scholars, some of the brightest minds on the planet. And now it's your turn. Your Cardiff qualification tells the world that you're ambitious, passionate, and have a brilliant mind. So embark on the next stage of your journey with all of the confidence that brings. Now, for some of you, today will be tinged with sadness as you say goodbye to Cardiff. This vibrant, colourful and diverse city has been the backdrop to your journey through university. Of course, the charm and character of Cardiff is difficult to give up. Some of you will have already decided to stay and call Cardiff home for the foreseeable future at least, whether it's through work or further study. Either way, as you cross this stage in a short while and step foot outside the front door of this arena, you will be doing so as a Cardiff graduate, a member of our alumni community. Cardiff will always be your university, so wherever life takes you, we hope you will become a flag bearer for this great institution and carry forward our values of kindness and generosity of spirit. We ask, please stay in touch, come and visit us often, and share your experience of Cardiff University with the wider world. Finally, I want to thank your families and friends who've come to support our class of 2024 today. Your presence here makes the day even more special for them. You are here because you're proud of their achievements. So as they cross the stage, please make sure they notice that you are here. We need lots of loud and enthusiastic applause. So don't hold back. It's a tradition, you know, that as the week goes on of the graduation ceremonies day by day, the noise gets louder. Can I just say, this is the second to last ceremony. You have a lot to do. So, for now, to those of you who are graduating, I ask that you sit back, enjoy the ceremony, and savor the moment. I hope we will add another special memory to the collection you've grown over your time with us. And your graduation will be something that you look back on fondly in years to come. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Deo Siôn Llewellyn Owen. Deo will read the proclamation and a poem by Wales's inaugural national poet, Gwyneth Lewis. Many of you will have encountered Gwyneth's work before in the form of the 6-foot-high words, thought to be the biggest poem in the world, on the front of the Wales Millennium Centre. Gwyneth has been writer-in-residence at the University School of Physics and Astronomy and is now an honorary fellow. Her poem, Education, was specially commissioned by Cardiff University. Dale.
Education by Gwyneth Lewis. Beiddia feiddio gwellhad y wneud. Myna geisio parchad ddweud. Trawsnewidiad fydd dy glod, dy ddyfodol mentro bod. Learning's a passport that returns you home, a better person. It permits you to dare being daring, makes you secure with not knowing everything. Helps you welcome some failures, forges an alloy with others' thinking. It is simple delight in mind and its motions, scintillates but isn't deceptive, admits the joys of institutions, in the open road to everything but bigotry. It's the shortest distance between you and me, and if you're lucky, it never ends. Byddaf yn awr yn darllen y proclamasiwn, yn gyntaf yn Gymraeg ac yna yn Saesneg. I will now read the proclamation, first in Welsh and then in English. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodau. Boed hysbys I holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd, fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym mhrif ddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod I dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau eu hysgolheictod, wedi harholi'n briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe'i hatgoffwn o'i cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu at werthoedd y brifysgol hon, a nod iddynt hwy i'w geisio drwy cyflawniadau wasanaethu lles pawb, ymdrechu i sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by the virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation. Diolch.
Prynhawn da. I'm Michaela Paynes, your Vice President, Postgraduate Students from the Students' Union. Cardiff, it's a privilege to address you today, a day that many of you will remember for the rest of your lives. It's an extra special ceremony for me, as the School of History, Archaeology and Religion has been my home school since 2015, so parents, be warned, like me, your graduates may never want to leave. For many of you, today marks the end of an era and the next chapter of your life. At the beginning of this journey, many of you would have been faced with the exciting but daunting prospect of moving away from home, whether that be from Pontypridd, Portsmouth or Peru. You would have made new friends and perhaps lived independently for the first time. None of these are easy feats, so for that I congratulate you. During your time at Cardiff, you may have had to overcome some challenges. You may have been the first in your family to come to university. You may be a carer or a parent and have dependents and have had to balance that with university life. Or maybe you've battled with something else entirely. You should all feel very proud of what you've achieved, both personally and academically. These experiences that you have shared together in the seminar room, a society or a sports club, the opportunities you've embraced and the relationships you have built have made you into the graduate and the person that you are today. As you reflect on your time here, let's acknowledge the hard work and dedication that brought you to this moment. It's not just about the degrees that you hold, but the friendships you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the growth that you've experienced. You may or may not know exactly where you're going next, but as you step into the next chapter, carry with you the resilience you've developed and the memories you've cherished. Face the future with confidence, knowing that you're equipped to tackle whatever comes your way. May your care ever be for the good name of our university and the well-being of our world. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Prynhawn da, good afternoon. Thro Wendy Lana dwi. I'm Professor Wendy Lana. I have the enormous privilege of being the Vice-Chancellor of Cardiff University. My job today is to warmly welcome all the students who are here to receive their award. This is a part of the ceremony you've been waiting for, when the students' names are read out by a senior member of the university. Baroness Randerson's already encouraged you to celebrate the achievement of our students as they cross the stage by clapping, by cheering, or perhaps even by whooping. Once all the students for each award have crossed the stage and returned to their seats, they will be asked to stand. At this point in the ceremony and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for me to speak in Welsh
to receive each group of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use when translated means, "Through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to your award with all the privileges this confers. Congratulations." Toi ardurdod a raddwyd y mi gan y brifysgol. Dyfaniach chi a gael eich dyfaniad a hofrentiaw e ddaw enesgel. Llongyffaciadau. I will now introduce Gillian Bristow, Head of the School of Geography and Planning, who will present the students for their award.
I, Professor Gillian Bristow, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Anisha Ahmed. Mustafa Ahmed. Oluwaseni Emmanuel Akano. Toby Daniel Adeo Akareli. Rachel Poppy Aldis. Fatma Ali Abdullah Al-Sheikh. Emily Arnold. Himani Aurora. Victoria Balkatite. Joe Rees. Jess Birch. Thomas Blackstone. Jake John Simon Blackwell. Sebastian John Alexander Brett. Grace Buchanan. Christopher William Buckland. Tom Robert Berkey. Pippa Cato. Isabel Sophia Chamberlain. Via Chauhan. Lily Chung. Faye Elizabeth Collier. Joshua Conabia. Benjamin Cook. Willem Vries Cook. Max William Cruz. Gabriel Tobacco. Selena DeLu. Isabel Doherty. Tyler Kean Doran. Sam Davey. Anna Downey. Flea Ann Evans. Holly Evans. Lucy Kate Evans. Madlan Gwenllian Lian Wyn Evans. Harriet Eve. Shreya Fatania. Nadia Ferrand. Tia Fishlock. Lucy Morgan Fletcher. Sarah Louise Selena Forbes. Emily Rebecca Freer. Finley Gall. Savannah Goodixon. Zoe Goldwater. Oliver Gregory. Tom Gregory. Gabriel Griffin. Ella Griffiths. Daisy Hall. Louise Hancock. Ahmad Abdi Hassan. Eleanor Lucy Hill. Kieran Horsepole. Charlotte Lily Ann Hoskin. Alfred Howard. William Hudson. Isabel Irvin. Victoria Isherwood. Alana Lucia Jackson. Angus James. Elliot Jennings. Catherine Johnson. Harry Jonathan. Ben Jupp. Donette Kanizai. Jack Michael Kellard. Morgan Andrew James Kuhn. Leila Khalik Lunat. Alice Grace Kidney. Ellie Kinaston. Lo Hong Yat Paul. Imogen Helena Leakey. Archie Leather. Amy Lewis. James William Lewis. Max Lewis. Jessie Lee. Ollie Lodge. Freddie Longmore. Isabella Kathleen Macy. Oscar McLean. Isabel Mann. William Ian Marat. Andrew Matthews. Eleanor McMorrow. Asa Tina Day Duckman Recce. Molly Mishaud. Fergus Miller. Josephine Ellen Milson. Matty Moore. Jack Newman. Isabel Grace Nichol. Olivia May Norman. Jacob Northover. Arunveer Singh Oberoi. Liam O'Callaghan. Edward Palmer. Joe Parsons. Fionn Alice Pendrin Jones. Chloe Perkins. Keris Perry. Bethan Philp. Ed Butler. Eleanor Prime. Alex Ratcliffe. Harriet Reid. Benedict Reader. Ella Regard. Hannah Rainey Shido Ringan. Esther Rippon. Hannah Rooney. Yolo Rowlands. George Shaw. Matt Shipley. Tilly Symes. Patrick Slater. Olivia Louise Spencer Castledine. Alex Stevenson. Max Stillman. Ethan Stockbridge. Oliver Stone. Theodore Sweeney. Lydia Tabakovic. Lottie Tangen. Evan Mark Patrick Tipper. Thomas William Basie. James Christopher Elliott Walker. Mia Walker. Zora Wardek. Grace Anna Warmington. Emma Waterer. Alexandra Elizabeth Watkins. Harriet Watts. Connie Whittlestone. Daisy May Williams. Ryan Thomas Williams. Stefan Williams. Victoria Wiltshire. Wong Mansi. Marakai Johannes.
I, Professor Vicky Cummings, introduce those who have received the Diploma of Higher Education. Lisa Isaac. David Lloyd Powell. Angel Marie Tybas. I, Professor Vicky Cummings, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Georgina Grace Allibone. Eve Jennifer Armstrong. Jo Arrell. Natalie Charlotte Atwell. James David Bailey. Cameron Bailey. Ben Baker. Bael Dominguez. Kai Barry. Benjamin Batten. Lauren Bohr. Uoni Buzia. Joseph David Baslington. William Beacon. Tobias Bendel. Fionn Half-Bevan. Olivia Jane Bevan. Sean Ellen Bidder. Helen Bjorkman-Berry. Fraser Blackhurst. Erin Blamey. Lawrence Blaylock. Louis Boisselet. Dylan Owain Bond. Kalina Borisova. Adam Bowden. Henry Bradley. Thomas David Bradley. Paige Broadhurst. Daisy Brockwell. Grace Brooks. Maya Brooks. Sam Brown. Charlotte Brown. Elizabeth Bull. Daniel Burke. Dean Butt. Jacob Calamari. Lucy Campbell. Louis Andrew Capstick. Alexander Chadwick. Rado Chirita. Lara Clark. James Clement. Mary Cobley. Joshua Colgate. Katrina Condon. Riley Conway. Anne Elizabeth Cooper. Emma Genevieve Cooper. Katie Cooper. Benjamin Joseph Cope. Ellie Crandon. William Crawford. Eleanor Creevy. Alice Daniel. Gruffydd Davis. Rhian Davis. Tristan Davis. Alex Dedman. Oliver Deans. Hannah Louise Deasy. Hussein Deli. Molly Hannah Rose Dixon. Teresa Dubravova. Alistair Duggard. Hayden James Edinburgh. Icarus Ellis. Toby Embling. Poppy Emerson. Catherine Emily May Estorith. Kit Evans. Kian Evans. Fionn Evans. Holly Evans. Shannon Maria Exelby. Oluwatomade Fijana. Imogen Farn. Erica Isabel Ferris. Charlotte Fisher. Emma Forbes. Emily Fox. Isaac Freeman. Abby Frost Bridges. Chloe Geen. Alexandra Grace Gilman. Joshua Lee Gilmore. Stella Nancy Gold. Ellie Gosley. Hugo Godsall. Leon Gray. Jacqueline Green. James Griffiths. Thomas Bryn Griffiths. Elodie Guillaume. Finn Halliday. Margaret Harper. William Harrington Spores. Madeline Victoria Harris. Sean Hart. Ben Harvey. Danielle Hayes. Emily Hedges. Harriet Hendley Jones. Daniel Herring. Poppy Hewson. Samuel Hill. Samuel Jack Hillary. Natalie Hogg. Alexander Hosking. Reese Howell. Louise Hirochizion. Ben Irons. Lilith Faye James. Tyre James. Isabel Holly Jarden Clark. Katie Jenkins. Oliver Jenkins. Molly Francis Jenkinson. Pat Jensen. Cameron Johnson. Thomas Joseph Johnson. Hannah Johnston. Grace Joliffe. Maxwell Jonas. Amy Rosemary Jones. Eliza Katie Jane Jones. Madison Ann Jones. Olivia Sophie Scarlett Jones. Rosie May Jones. Jay Joseph. Jonathan George Joyner. Kamil Kasprovich. James Kelly. Ben Kingston. Gethin Knight. Sophie Kuhn. Morgan Lee. Amy Legg. Honor Letts. Ariwen Anwenja Lewis. Megan Lewis. Rianne Lewis. Mia McFarlane. Ellie Mares. Ewan Marshall. Isabel Maria Josephine Martin. Taliesin Michael Oren Martin. Emily Jane Masters. Alexander Edward James McCoy. Keris McCulloch, sorry. Alid James McTurk. Adrian Mishik. Henry James Joseph Minnis. Fleur Mitchell. Abigail Katie Moles. Aidan Moynihan. James Morgan Foley. Georgina Morris. Casey Morris. Eva Navitz-Carty. Caitlin Gillian Newman. Robert Newman. Luke Nichols. Sam Nicholson. Joshua Noble. Amal Nur. Laura Ochigaya Egbon. Keris Owen. Reese Owen. Keshlan Padayachi. Barty Page. James Partridge. Callum Pascoe. Suvraja Pajata. Lauren Pepper. Eleanor Jane Louise Pyle. Freya Judith Pomfret. Nia Hazel Price. Alex Prosser. Samuel Provis. Jack Redmond. Joshua Frederick Reed. Aoife Reagan Foley. Elizabeth Rhodes. William Philip Rhodes. Abigail Rose Richards Cooper. Ethan Robbins. Hannah Lily Rocks. Katie Ruddock. Johnny Joey Dee Rush. Neve Rust. Carrie Samuel. Reuben Saunders. Thomas Richard Schofield. Isabella Scott. Molly Iona Scott. Ellie Skurfeld. Miles Scorfield. Vivek Shah. Joseph John Peter Shaw. Ian Williams. Kaylee Shea. Alexandra Shirley. Natalie Slater. Grace Olivia Slattery. Blevin Peter Allen Smith. Zara Amelia Smith. Katie Isabel Snaith. Samira Solman. Farron Spencer. Leah Stanton. Isabella Rose Stapley. Toby Stewart. Susanna Sullivan. Elizabeth Ema Sutton. Evan Joseph Taylor. Alexander Taylor. Rowan Taylor. Toby Taylor Clemens. Finity Templeman. Alexander Joseph Thomas. Ellery Thomas. Ewan J. Thomas. May Thompson. Jack Toby Thurlow. Elizabeth Toombs. William Turner. Ubaid Ullah. Etienne Vasey Holt. Edward Matthew Wade. Rose Ellen Walker. Molly Watson. Jasmine Welty. Amy White. Luke Whitley. Johan Warlow. Jess Wickens. Bryony Ann Wilcock. Emma Williams. Alexandra Wilson. Matthew Winfield. Abigail Winterburn. Joe Wisby. Joel Harvey Wood. Freya Woodward. Isaac Woodward. Liang Yang. Benjamin Young. I, Professor Vicky Cummings, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Aliyah Ali. Freya Chambers. Jessica K. Cacoldi, champion. Beth Dalgleish. Megan Dias. Abigail Iona Ellis. Georgia Gould-Jones. Chloe Hodgson. Findlay Hutchins. Jessica Lintott. Mia Mawson-Jones. Malachi Payne. Isabel Holly Terry Russell. Emily Lucy Sinden. Jacob Shivjinsky. Faraday Holly Wright. The Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
Would all the students who've just crossed the stage please stand? Toi ar dydod a raddwyd y mi gen y brifysgol. Dyfaniwch chi a gael eich dyfaniad a hofrentiau a ddaw yn isgael. Clongoffaciadau.
I, Professor Urfan Khalik, introduce those who have received the postgraduate diploma. James Evans. Gabrielle Jackson. Keris Patricia Pearce. Thomas Stevens. I, Professor Urfan Khalik, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Arts. Thank you. Tom Badcott. Charlotte Barnum. Hannah Pauline Bartlett. Alicia Brown. Rhian Crosman. Nuri Davies. Dianira Beatrice de Villa Castanon. Eleanor Davison. Caitlin Duggan. Harry Philip Evans. Christopher Fentonby. Eve Golland. Molly May Skeel Harries. Ashi Mary Hennist. Thomas Hicks. Gudrun Heer. Simika Ilango. Khalid Kay. Yu Zhan Lui. Ishita Mathur. Miao Zhan. Amy Osborne. Georgia Ray Osborne. Joanna Helen Radulovic. Rahul Ratinasame. Phoebe Shanley. Setyan Season. Helen Leslie Thompson. Wang Wen-Ti. Isabel Wade. Sarah Elizabeth Bory Williams. James Edward George Windsor. Jingwei Yang. I, Professor Urfan Khalik, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Abiodun Oluwaseun James. Sasha Aguskud. Olusola Udunayo Akinola. Tom Anthony. Venkata Subba Reddy. Lucy Ball. Rhiannon Blythe. Saffron Botel. Ethan Bridgman. Samuel Burton. Nereus Chun. Chun Teresa C. Wing. Pak Wo Chung. Jessica Corsa. Roisin Cull. Lucy Dady. Jirija Deepak Dishmukh. Abhinay Dinara. Tommy Eskrit. Anne Harrod Rose Evans. Ellie Fairley. Rifat Forsell. Leah Golding. Ridian David Gore. Naomi Green. Shiv Narayan Gurjad. Ghulam Haider Haidari. Jonathan Adam Henry. Emily Jensen. Ben Stephen Jones. Ellis Jones. Mared Half Jones. Kezia Kirtland. Kieran Lane. Douglas Lau Chuek Him. Kiran Lediard. Angela Leigh Snyder. Hannah Lines. Hannah Lacett Smith. Courtney Lyons. Ma Chun Yu. Leonie Mackenzie. Kaylee Muzak. Megan Myers. Megan Nicholas. Rebecca Nolan. Christina Barbara Laura Parker. Brennig Dewey Ray Pascoe. Janet Susan Paul. Thea Plumstead. Charlotte Rose Price. Catherine Pugh. Curtis Richards. Toby Roberts. Catherine Louise Robinson. Ellie Rowe. Isabel Jackson Shibona. Shivanji Shankar. Tasbir Shatil. Saiful Islam Siddiqui. Hati Saget. Emma Thomas. Robin Timmins. Lauren Catherine Townsend. Tierney Tudor. Unni Krishnan. Vonmali Jean Cody. Tianzhu Wang. Kieran Williamson Coates. Ti Ching Wong. I, Professor Urfan Khalik, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Theology. Sarah Burke. Jeffrey Charles Lloyd. Dale Norman. The Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
Will all the students who've just crossed the stage please stand up? Toi ardyrod a raddwyd y mi gen y brifysgol. Dybannech chi a gael eich dyfaniad a hofrentiau a ddaw enesgel. Clongoffaciadau.
The following students to be presented have achieved a doctoral degree, and in recognition of their achievements and research, they will be presented to the presiding officers who will doff in return. I, Professor Urfan Khalik, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Barbara Adlerova. Dr. Liam Burke. Dr. Kiara O'Brien Butler. Dr. William John Christofides. Dr. Heather Holt. Dr. Timothy Moore. Dr. Richard Rees. Dr. Annie Saunders. Dr. Michael James Trull. Dr. Berber Sanderin van der Merlen. Dr. Rianne Williams. The Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
Would all the students who have just crossed the stage please stand? Toi ardyrod a raddwyd y mi gen y brifysgol. Dybannech chi a gael eich dyfaniad a hofrentiau a ddaw enesgel. Clongoffaciadau.
It is my pleasure to introduce today's alumni speaker. Louise Quay graduated with a BA in History in 1999. Following university, she joined PwC to train as a chartered accountant, spending time in their Sydney and London offices. In 2015, she joined the international development organisation Crown Agents, where she transitioned from accountancy to supply chain management, ultimately becoming their chief commercial officer and leading on both their COVID-19 and Ukraine emergency responses. She is currently Managing Director of Chemonics UK, a sustainable professional services organisation. Alongside this, she is Chair of Luminary Bakery, a social enterprise that offers training and employment opportunities to women recovering from gender-based violence. Passionate about the impact of climate change, Louise is also a trustee of We Forest, a conservation non-profit which focuses on restoring forests across the globe. We're really pleased to welcome Louise here today to share some congratulatory words with you. Please welcome Louise Quay.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculties, supportive friends, parents, but most importantly, the class of 2024. It is a huge honour and privilege to be with you today. I want to say congratulations and well done, firstly to the staff who have coached, supported and taught you through the years. I don't think they will realise the impact that many of them will have had on your lives. Friends, you have supported these students to help them get where they are today. Well done. As a parent myself, I'm acutely aware of what parents in this auditorium have done today to get these young people to this stage. Congratulations. And finally, the graduates. When you started your academic career, taking your GCSEs, today seemed like a very, very long way away. You did it. Well done. "25 years ago, I sat where you sit today. I remember it well. I remember feeling waves of emotion. I felt acute joy for what I had achieved. I also felt, looking back, what an amazing experience I had had. That joy went along with some feelings of sadness and concern for leaving my Cardiff years behind, but most particularly my friends. I could not have known then what a huge role those friends would continue to have and continue to this day to have on my life. But mostly, I was excited. I could not wait to start my adult life. Whilst at Cardiff, I had supported myself by working at the Student Union at the TAV and looked forward to having slightly more sophisticated conversations than, is that a single or a double? So what happened next? I took a year out and I travelled the world, and I would strongly encourage you to do that. It was a period of fun, and fun really, really does matter. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had absolutely no idea. And as Claire said, I tried a few things. I actually started in recruitment and then accountancy. I learnt a huge amount, but didn't quite find my place. In my 30s, I was fortunate enough to realise what I really, really wanted to do. And I now do my dream job. But I was quite deliberate in sharing with you that your course may not be straight. Do not be afraid to change course, because your life is long, and the more experiences you can have, the better. So I now do my dream job. I have over 6,000 staff across 100 countries, 90% of those staff work in countries that they call home. It's an employee-owned business, and we're very values-driven. We seek to tackle climate change, intense poverty with all the entrenched difficulties that brings to education and health, and also to tackle conflict and organised crime. I really, really enjoy my job, and I hope that one day you will also have that experience. But just as important as that is my personal life. I am really happy to be married to my husband, who I met at Cardiff, by the way. We have 3 children and 2 dogs. In my career, I have met a wide range of people. I have worked with royalty and prime ministers, millionaires, but also the most needy and the most desperate. And this is what I've learnt. First of all, you know far more than you think you do. When it comes to your next step in life, you've got this. When I graduated with a history degree, I remember people asking me, does this mean you're going to be a history teacher? Now, history teaching is a great job, but it just wasn't for me. I had learnt so many more skills than just history. I had learnt how to write and analyse. Both of those skills I use every day. But I'd also learnt how interconnected events are and was able to take a long view. When developing strategy, that's really important. In my first year in Cardiff, as well as history, I'd also studied religion and sociology. Having an understanding of world religions enabled me to develop rapport very quickly with people that I met around the world. And sociology enabled me to understand the socio-economic factors that drive inequality. Very useful in my current role. The second thing I would like to say is that learning is a lifelong pursuit. Please don't stop now. Every experience is an opportunity to learn. Be curious. Equally, soon it will be your turn to teach others. Make sure you invest in them as you have been invested in. The third thing I would like to say is be brave. A mantra that has been with me throughout my life is fortune favours the bold, and it has done me well. Be brave and chase down your dreams, whatever they may be. Do not let your dreams be set by others. Follow your heart. That might be career, it might be travel, community, creativity, or family. Find the balance that's right for you and be tenacious. Do not let roadblocks stop you from chasing down an opportunity that you care about. Fight for your values. Do not be afraid to challenge the status quo. Be brave. And finally, I would say, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, to your family and your friends, your colleagues, your neighbours, and equally as importantly, strangers. I would like to give you a quote from somebody that is a hero of mine, Desmond Tutu. Do your little bit of good. Those bits of good will join together and overwhelm the world. Class of 2024, go out there and overwhelm the world. Overwhelm them with your skills and your capabilities, with your curiosity, your bravery, and your kindness. But first, time to celebrate. Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Louise. Thank you for those truly inspirational words. As a fellow history graduate myself, who's been through at least 5 different stages in life since then, I can relate very strongly to the importance of appreciating how much your degree, whatever subject it's in, helps to teach you how to judge, how to learn, how to relate to people. Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations to all of you who have walked across this stage today. You are now part of the Cardiff University alumni community. Cardiff alumni are great global citizens. Some are activists and have high profiles. Others are quiet, solid contributors to their communities, and all the more important for that. Cardiff will have given you more than just a degree, as we have been saying. You've been encouraged to ask questions, to challenge conventional wisdom. You've shown willingness, determination, and spirit, and they're the real hallmarks of a Cardiff University graduate. The Welsh word hiraeth is made for moments like this. It conveys a sense of place, of love, of longing, and of memories. We hope that you will keep hiraeth in your hearts for Cardiff University. Before we close this ceremony, there is one last Cardiff University tradition we need to uphold. While today is all about your achievement, it's not something you've done on your own. You've been supported by your family, your friends, and of course, by your lecturers throughout your degree. So, in a moment, I'm going to ask our new graduates to stand. Everyone in this arena made a lot of noise for you. Now it's your turn to make even more noise to say thank you, diolch yn fawr, to them, to your family, your friends, and your lecturers. Please stand. Can you now thank those who have supported you? Brilliant, thank you. Thank you, please sit down. I think they've got the message. Now, to close our celebrations, here's a film welcoming you to our Cardiff University alumni community. Enjoy it, and at the end of the film, please can you stand as the platform party leaves and our ceremony draws to a close. Thank you very much for joining us today, and congratulations once again, class of 2024. Llongyfarchiadau, diolch yn fawr iawn.
Take a look around you. Be welwch chi? What do you see? Class of 2024. Today we take stock of everything we've achieved and say thank you to those who always believed. So scroll through memories, cymryd selfies gyda'r besties, and stand up straight for the photographer. Say cheers. Today we remember how we got this far, the late nights and bright lights, and moments we didn't do as well as we might. Pob dyddiad cau, dyfal barhau, o weithio'n galed i'r dathliadau. Today we're rewarded for all the hard work that started way back with the first steps we took. dropped at Talabont, yng Nghennydd, Aberdare or Aberconwy, I ganol y freshers, heb wybod lle I fynd, heb nabod bob un, nes canfod ffrindiau oes yn neidiau hoff cytun. First dates.
Soulmates.
I'm gonna start crying at this rate. Today we're part of something that's hard to describe. The new class of an old tribe. A tradition that'll be there our whole lives. A network that continues to help us thrive. Years from now, we'll see someone with a badge on their tie or hear people on a bus shouting,
Choose drive.
And we'll remember where we came from, where we came into our own, where we made our mark. Canfod Cartref, where we found a home. Today we make noise like it's the varsity game and count ourselves lucky we found people with the same interests, hobbies, byd o'r hwmor nes bod ni'n folly. People who tried to shelter us with broken brollies. People who helped us find our limits and push them out of the way. People who helped us get to this point.
On this day.
Today is a day we mark everything we've shared. A day we tell people just how much we cared, that they were always there, even when they couldn't be. Roedden ni'n gwybod y deiau eto hael lyfryn for all the long hours we've had to put in. We still had those nights that went right through till dawn, and days we dug deeper than ever before. So here's to those late-night revisers and early risers, to sunny days that passed by in Butte Park, to that special someone who gave us that special spark and helped us to grow, to transform, to dream. Today's for that someone we're proud to have at in team. What happens tomorrow is whatever you choose. Go make news or break news, but absolutely refuse to be told that can't be done, because we've only just begun to make records and break records and make history and break history and say,
this is the world I want to see.
10,
20,
30,
40.
years from now, you'll look back on today and realise you've been by your side the whole way. But right now, right here, let's savour the moment and say, llongyfarchiadau, congratulations. Let's get the celebrations underway. Take a moment. Look around you. Be welwch chi? What do you see? We're Cardiff University. Croeso, welcome to your alumni community.